Hi guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with part 3 and final of my gratitude mini album tutorial. So this is a tutorial that I'm doing using my own paper collection. I'm gonna have the link to my website on the description box down below. I do want to apologize for the delay. As you can hear, my voice was gone for the past 2 days for some reason. I mean, it just got really cold here and my voice always suffers with the weather change. Not that I feel sick or anything, it's just that my voice just comes and goes. So anyway, I think I can get through this video and we can get this finished. So on the first part we worked together on the binding and also we embellished the cover. And then on the second part, I work on the one of the pages here. So this is a trifold styled album and this one is going to go right here on the center. So today we are going to be working on this side here. For this side, because this has the magnets, I'm not doing anything here other than just adding the design paper, the paper here. And so yeah, so let's get right to this the other page that we're gonna work on. And also, if you watched the previous video all the way through the end, there was a hidden giveaway. So today I'm gonna be sharing with you the 2 winners for the digital paper collection. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to cut my paper. I'm using heavyweight for this at 7 3/4 by 8 1/4, and this is going to be the base for this page. 8 1/4 will be up and down, and 7 3/4 will be your side-to-side dimensions. And I want to do something really fun for this page for the top, something really interactive that I haven't done in a while. But before that, let's go ahead and add some layouts to add some pictures here as well. So I am going to cut a new sheet here at 7. I'm gonna do 8 by 8 1/4. Okay, so 8 by 8 1/4 right here, and I'm actually gonna do 2 of those. So again, 8 by 8 1/4. So then I'm going to score these pieces at 1/2 inch and at 3/4 inches. Okay, so 1/2 inch and 3/4 right here, and I'm going to do the same for both. And then we are going to fold along the score line. So we have 2 score lines here, and the 1/4 inch score line is going to be the gussets for the insides of these 2 pages. So I'm just going to lay this flat and add my glue here on this 1/2 inch, and then we're just going to add each one of these onto one side of the base. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to press down, then I'm going to open this up and press down, and then I'm going to fold this other one along the score lines. Okay, and then I'm just going to add my glue, and we're going to add this one on the other side. Okay, so here we go, right there. Okay, so then you're just gonna press down, open this up and press down again, and then you're going to fold your gussets, that way they are perpendicular to the base, and there you go, we have these 2 pieces. So then I'm going to cut 4 pieces at 7 by 5 1/2. Okay, so here we have 2, and then I'm going to do the same here, 7 by 5 1/2, and we are going to score these 2 pieces add 1/2 inch along, grab this right here, along the 5.5 inch side. Okay, so I'm actually going to do score at 5 inches. Same thing here. Okay, and then I'm going to do these 2 other ones, and same thing here. Okay, and then we're going to fold this along the score lines, and we are going to put 2 together. So I'm just going to fold this, and we're going to fold this one as well, and we're going to glue this piece on top of this one right here. Okay, so we have 2 together, and then I'm going to do the other 2. Okay, so we're gonna fold that and fold this, and then we're going to add some glue and just line this up here on the top. Okay, so then we're going to bring our base back. We're gonna open that up, and we are going to add one of these layouts along the top. So I'm just going to add my glue. Okay, and we are going to press this on the top. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to do one on the bottom. So I'm just gonna add my glue, and then we're going to line this up with the bottom. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just open this up, and we're going to close one here first, then you're going to close that, close these, and close that one, and then we're going to close these 2 pieces. Now I want to close the left first and then the right. Okay, and now we are going to work here on the top. Okay, so for this piece here, I am going to create like a picture carousel, something that's going to spin around, and it's going to be really fun. So I'm going to use 4 pieces of 6 by 6, and these are cut on lightweight cardstock. And so I am going to now score these pieces at 3 inches on each side. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 inches and 3 inches, and I'm going to do the same for all of these pieces here. So 3 inches by 3 inches, and then we have one more 3 by 3. And then we are going to also fold this up. So I'm going to fold this opposite from the score line. So you have the score lines here, and what I want to do is just fold these like on a diamond shape, just to create 2 more score lines on one of the sides. So I'm just going to fold these. I'm gonna match up the corners and press down. Okay, and there you go. And then we're going to cut one of the sides, okay, because we want these to fold in. So I am just going to cut one of these sides here, and then we are going to, let's see here, we're going to join these 2 together. So let's go ahead and fold on the score line there, and fold on the score line here. and then you're going to put together these two pieces. So I'm actually going to fold along the score line here. So you want one of the sides that have the score line on the middle down, and then you want the other one glued to the back of this page. Okay, so I am just going to now add my glue right there, and then we're going to join these two together. Okay, so you're gonna have this little shape, this little pop-up or feature here. Okay, and then you're gonna push in the center where you have the line, and this is going to close up like that, and you're gonna have this little square. Okay, so we're gonna do this one more time. So again, I'm going to fold these on the side that don't have the score line, so to make this diamond or triangular shape. Okay, so now you see that you have two pieces with the score line on the center and two pieces that don't have the score line. So you're gonna cut one of the sides. It doesn't really matter which one you cut. Okay, and then I'm going to fold along the score line for that one, for this one, and for this one. Okay, so make sure that your lines or your corners match. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is one of the sides with the bending line on the center is going to be glued behind the full square. Okay, so I'm going to add my glue on one of these ones, and then you're going to join these two together, just like that. And then you're gonna hold this, the one with the line on the bottom, and just push that in, and then you're gonna give this a good fold. Okay, and then we are going to do that 2 more times. Okay, so here I have all of my 4 pieces, and then I just went ahead and cut one more piece of 6 by 6, and then with the scrap piece, which is 5 inches, I'm just going to do a piece of 5 by 5. Okay, so we basically need 2. I just don't want to cut another 6 by 6 because I don't really need a whole 6 by 6 for that. So we're gonna put that on the sides for now, and so what we're gonna do is glue these pieces down to the 6 by 6, and you are gonna glue these so the one with the line will be on one of the sides. So basically you're gonna glue one of the base one of the full square. So let's go ahead and glue the thicker side, the one that we've doubled up. So that's how I'm gonna glue. I'm gonna glue those down, and I'm going to start with this one here. And so I'm just going to add my glue and just line it up. So you want the corner to be matching with the corner, and the walls, these 2 walls, to the inside. Okay, so we're just gonna put that one right there. Now the next one, I'm going to do the same. So if I have the bending line on this side, I'm going to do the bending on this side as well, and then the corner will be on the corner. So I'm just going to glue this piece right next to it, right there. Okay, so now I have the 2 bending sides here on the center, the 2 non-bending sides on the back. Now we're gonna do the same on the opposite side. So again, I'm going to glue this down, and I'm gonna have the bending side on the center, and I'm just going to add my glue and put this down right here. And then we're going to do the last one right there. So again, I'm going to add my glue and just put this down right there. So then you have these 2 or 4 pieces that will look like that, and then you're going to bend these down as well. Now we are going to need some magnets to keep this down, so I think I'm just going to use small magnets. And oops, so let's do this. And I want to add the magnets on these pieces, okay, the ones that bend down. I think that's where I want these 2 magnets. So I am just going to add some tape. Okay, so I'm just going to do 1 little piece of tape, and it's going to be on one of these bending sides towards the corner, and then I'm going to do the other one right there, and then we're going to put this one with the sticky side up right there, and then we're going to close this one here. Okay, so we have that one. Then I'm going to do the same to all of these, so I'm just going to do one more here. Okay, and then I'm going to add the other one, and now we're just going to close these, and there you go. So we have 2, and then I'm going to do the same over here. Okay, so I have all of the magnets added on the bending sides, and then I'm going to open these 2 up, and I'm actually going to do magnets joining these 2 as well, and these 2 as well. So I'm actually going to do those magnets over here. Well, maybe I will do them on the outside so they're easier. Always make sure you don't put it on right on the bending line. So I am just going to add 1, and this is why it's good to work with tiny magnets, so you're not creating too much bulk. So I'm just gonna put 1 right up there, and then I will do the one on the back like that. And then see, I probably won't, that won't work because I have the other one right behind it, so I'm going to do it more like here maybe. Okay, and right there. Okay, so that one works better, and as long as you stay away from that bending line, you're okay. So now I'm going to close these. So when we close it, they're gonna touch here, and when we open it, they're gonna touch there. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same for this one. I'm just going to grab 1 magnet and put it right there. Whoops, I don't want it connecting to the other one, so right along the bending line to avoid the other 2 magnets. And then I'm going to do the one on the back and do this right here, and there you go. So now they are secure when you open them, and they will be secure as you close them as well. Okay, so okay, now we're gonna grab the little piece that we have as the base, and I want this as a base so I can add the spinning feature here. Now this could also be a circular shape if you want, you don't have to. And so what I'm going to do is just fold these in half just so I can find the center. Okay, so I just need to find the center point, which is right there, and I'm going to poke a hole right there, and then we're going to add a brat in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick something that's not too bulky, and I'm going to put this right there, and I'm going to close the back. Okay, so just like that. And then we're going to glue this piece right on top. Okay, so I'm going to place this upside down, and I'm going to glue this whole thing on the back. Actually, before I glue this, I am going to add 2 little magnets in here because I don't want this to spin forever. I want this to find a stopping point, and magnets help for that. Okay, so I'm just gonna do 2. And then we're just going to glue this down here on the center. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so now I'm just gonna press down. Okay, so we are done with this little feature, and now we're gonna go ahead and add it onto our page. Before we add it, we're going to cover this up with our design paper. So I am going to use this piece here so it kind of matches with, you know, the other sides on the pastel colors. And I am just going to cut this paper. Okay, so let's see. This piece here, I believe, is 7.5. So I'm just gonna measure. So this is 7.25 by 8.25. So we are going to do 7 by 8. So I'm going to start on this side, and I print this on 8.5 by 11 lightweight cardstock. And I do have a video showing you some tips on how I print, how I resize, and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have it link on the description box below. And so, okay, so now I'm going to just place this here. I'm not gonna glue this yet, but I think that's where it will go. And then I'm going to put this right in there. I think that's a good location. You can put it higher up if you want to see the pumpkins there as well. You can pick whichever way you want, which is the same. And so I think I'm gonna put this right around here. Now if you like, you can measure. Well, actually, let's do that. Why not? Right at 3.5 will be your center. So I want to put this higher up, and right at 3.5 will be your center. So I'm just gonna do it through this page, and I'm going to now pass my brads through the hole. Okay, and then from the back, I'm going to secure this and add some tape. Okay, so there you go. So now what you want to do is make sure this is even and not crooked or anything like that. And I'm going to do my 2 magnets. So I think this looks fine. I'm just gonna turn this around, make sure it's not crooked, and find the magnets that we added. And I don't know if those are the magnets that we added, because there are quite a lot of magnets. So one was there and one was there. So those are the 2 last magnets that we added, and I'm just going to secure all of these, and then we're going to peel off the tapes, peel this off, and we're going to glue this whole thing down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some glue. I find it very, very relaxing to add glue, just like I usually do swirls or whatnot. I don't know. That's just me. Okay, so we're just gonna glue that right there, and I'm going to press down, and now we're going to give this a spin. Look how fun. Our little carousel piece. So now we're just gonna open this up. Of course, you're gonna cover all those magnets with your paper. And then when you look at these, you can add pictures here and here. On these ones, I will probably just do design paper, cut in half. Make sure you don't touch your bending line. If you want to crop small little pictures, you can definitely do that too. And then these will spin around. No need to twist your neck. Just twist the little carousel and you can look at all of your pictures. And then we can just close these and just close that. Okay, so there you go. So that is that, and I think I'm just going to decorate this page now. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this design here to give it a little contrast. And so I need to cut these at, I'm going to do 6 by 6, no, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then I'm going to cut those on half. Okay, so I'm going to do that here, and 5 3/4. Okay, so then I'm just going to cut this on half, and I'm not sure what the half will be, so I'm just going to mark it here. And okay, so cut that, and then I'm going to mark this here also because I just don't feel like measuring. And then I'm going to join those two together and just cut right where I folded that. And there you go. So now I'm just going to add these 4 pieces, and I want to add this in a way so that this looks just like one full piece instead of 4 sections. So I'm going to glue these really close to the inside edge. Okay, so here's my glue right here, higher up. Okay, so it's like a little puzzle, and then right here, and you can do the same with pictures. I like doing that when I add pictures to my books. Even if the layout is not big enough, you can always section your picture and then just glue it really close together so it looks like, you know, it's the same picture. And I think this one here and this one here, following the pattern of the paper. Okay, and then we're just gonna glue that right there. And finally the last one right in here. Okay, and I want to add the little piggy. So I'm just gonna cut him out. So here's the little piggy, and the piggy is bigger than any of the layouts, and I don't want to have to bend my piggy. So what I'm going to do is just take advantage of all of those magnets in there, and I'm going to have my piggy be free. So he's just going to be attached with the magnets. So I'm just gonna put him right on top of these magnets right there, and then I'm going to back him up one more time on some cardstock. So I'm gonna do this one so he's double-sided. I'm just going to peel off this tape and just add some glue and put my piggy right there. And then I'm just going to cut around one more time. So here's this little guy, and on the back you can see he has some pink, and so you can attach him on this side or he can attach on this other side, just whatever you have a magnet. He will join, I think. Yeah, so there's another magnet there, he will join there. There's another one here, he will join there. I mean, you can place him anywhere, but I like him in there. And so one more thing that I'm going to do for this page is add a little note, and I think I have to do a small one because I don't want to have the same issue. And I think I like this one, find gratitude in all moments. So I am just gonna cut this one out. So here we go. Now this one I'm just going to glue right down to the paper, and we are just gonna place this right here. And I think this turned out super cute. I love the little piggy. So I am going to come back and embellish the inside of the pages and do a final reveal at the end. But so right now, let's go ahead and put it all together. So we're going to grab our base and our two sections. So I'm gonna open this up, and we are going to just simply glue this down. So I'm going to start with this piece on the center. Okay, and we're just going to add some glue right here. Okay, and then we're just going to, oops, try not to touch the glue, place this right there. Okay, make sure you're not touching your banding lines. Squish this. Okay, and there you go. So you might want to open this up just so you can press down. Okay, I still have to finish up the inside on this one as well. Okay, and now let's go ahead and glue this other piece. Okay, and there we go. And now we're just going to add this here. And I'm just going to press down. Sorry, piggy. I'm actually gonna open this up. And these two. And then we're gonna press down on the center, on the inside. And there you go. So now we're done with this. Again, I'm going to come back and add my my design paper. This one will need a magnet, so I'm going to do a magnet here, and I'm just going to do a large magnet to make sure this is not going to open up. And so I'm just gonna add one right here, and then we'll add the other one right on top. A little bit of glue, and then we're going to close this. Make sure your gusset is perpendicular to the book, to the page. Okay, and there you go. Perfect. Okay, so we are done with that, and we are done with this. And then the last thing here, I'm just gonna cover these magnets up. So to cover this side up, I'm going to cut a piece at 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. And I'm just using lightweight cardstock, that way I don't affect my magnets too much. Okay, so just going to peel this off and peel that off, and this one as well. And we're just going to glue this down. Okay, so there you go. We're done with that. I'm going to cover this up, and I'll be back with the final reveal on this book. I'm still going to add some embellishments inside, but I hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial, this little series that I put together. Again, I'm gonna have my website link below where you can find this collection. And yeah, so now let me go ahead and announce the winners to the secret giveaway. So congratulations to my two winners. The secret word for the giveaway was fall, and as you can see, they both had it. I picked the winners using randomcomment.org, and if you would like to join in the fun, there are two other winners that I will be selecting on my next video. That will be the video reveal of this book, and for that, the secret word is grateful. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.